Welcome back to Illustrator Goodies. So we're going to be going through a few things. For the first thing, is actually need to get something, which is this thing over here. It's at illustratorscripts.com, and it's called this Metaball Arc. All right, so you basically just download, install that. You can tell you how to do it over there, actually. Um, I accidentally installed the whole folder, so that's why I downloaded. So it basically will go in here. So we just have to basically find it. But it looks like there's a bunch of different stuff, so I might check that out at some point. So what you have to do is say you've got like shapes like, for instance, we've got like a small circle and a big circle. We can basically just select those two and then we run the script on it and you see what happens. It basically does like, it looks like it does, so if we do a preview here, you see you can basically get like a cool arc. So for instance, if we did it quite low, it will create a more like a fatter shape basically. And then if you go too much, obviously it will do the thing that you don't want, where it starts to do all this sort of stuff. But that's a pretty cool thing to do. Does it work with other shapes? Let's see. Maybe other things for that, I imagine, right? It looks like this one has been. Oh yeah, it works fine, right? Yeah, there's obviously kind of interesting. I can see why it's not really supposed to be used for this sort of shape though, because it doesn't really work properly. All right, next up we have a trick with the brush tool. So for instance, we'll just draw something with the brush tool here. Something like that. And then what you have to do is you change the color to white, which is over here, of course. And then basically we can just do something like intersecting it. So you can you can see these tiny gaps. I could have made the stroke a bit thicker, but oh well. Right, so you're intersecting it, right? And you can actually see it here. So we'll select this whole business. So you see they're both selected there, right? And then you do Control Alt and B, and you get like a little wispy thing there. See it a bit bigger. So that's like a cool little thing. Let me try. Let me do a different one actually. Shapes it. Maybe get a more interesting result, right? Right. So they're both selected. Control Alt B. So you can see basically, depending on how, like, I obviously went a bit more, you do get this interesting effect. You try and think of the angle. Go down a lot there, right? Let's try something like that, for example. Yeah, you can see you can get some like wild shapes in it. You could probably do something like a. That's not far off like a stingray or something, right? So that would probably be a good way to draw like a stingray. Or is that what I'm thinking of? I think it's kind of, it's just like the flat ocean creature thing. Yeah, let me just do. If we go double click on blend tools, you can actually if you do 30 steps. Yeah, 30. Yeah, let's try actually less steps as well. Yeah, you can get some really interesting effects with this. Basically, the smoother it'll be smoother, whereas if you're going for a more sort of a technical type approach, you'd probably do less.